Oh, thank you for joining me today. Haven't posted a video for a couple weeks now. Things have been getting a little bit serious in the industry, but we have had some wins and some losses too. Also had a 3-year anniversary with my beautiful wife, and we went out and had some fun. It was great. But the other thing is was forced to drain bank accounts and get as many car parts bought as possible, just to make sure that we can keep this YouTube channel going. I really enjoy doing these videos, and I really see this going somewhere someday. So I was willing to invest in these things, even though my gut reaction is to maybe even refocus my efforts in different places. But I think that that's because I've been doing this for a while, at least as far as the car thing goes. The recent things that have happened, I don't know if you guys know too, but I'm out here in Colorado, maybe just about 20-30 minutes away from where PFI Speed is. And growing up here too, I've ran into those guys quite a bit. Different car shows too, skate parks, oddly enough too. That's a story for another point in time. But they're great people. They're definitely not people that I would have ever seen wound up in this situation. But I think that this situation is going to affect a lot more people for a greater period of time than what some of the people in the industry that stand to make some money during this period of time would lead you to believe. I haven't seen any gouging or anything really strange quite yet, but I think that that's going to be the next thing that we see, because a big part of fighting a legal battle is the finances, and I feel like a lot of tuning shops here in Colorado is the main experience that I've had. Have had the prices, have never had the prices that their customers pay in their mind. It's always been a situation of wherever the market will dictate is definitely the price that will be presented to you. Not an extreme value in this, because they knew that they were dealing with people's passions. And when you deal with people's passions, I think that I think you have a higher standard to live by. I don't know, that's just me, but I think all the way up until now, the people who were hit the hardest by the EPA's reinterpretation of the Clean Air Act were the people that I know in my circle of friends. We were not too concerned, because those were the people who were in it to make a quick buck, and really in it to capitalize off of people's passions for this great fun hobby, you know. And I would hear extreme stories, some of them true, some of them not, but anyways, I think a lot of people would look at the way things were going and want to go into business for themselves, because they felt like not only could they do it better, but they could treat people better, and they knew that that's where the problem lied. And I won't lie to you, this hobby has always been one of our ways of letting society know that we didn't fit into a certain mold. And that's why I've always seen so many parallels with it and the skateboarding and snowboarding industry too, because it was a way of letting people know that you had the talent to pull something off, but it wasn't something that was going to be looked at like greatly in the eyes of society too. And when things started to become more mainstream, and I think other people started to take a little bit more liberties as far as street racing clubs, a lot of different stuff out there. I'm trying not to name any names too, but I think anybody who's been out to Colorado too, who has seen the car meets and the exorbitant amount of street racing that goes on here, has really known that this is something that's coming. You can't provoke these people time and time and time again and expect no repercussions, and they have a lot of weapons that they can draw on us, and this is just going to be another one of their weapons that they can draw on us. And yeah, I think it's important to understand that we've been doing this for a long time in the gray areas of the law, but I feel like a lot of us felt like as it came into the mainstream a little bit more too, that we were going to be given a place there too, but it's up to us to fight for that place. Like I said, I'm kind of reminded of the skateboarding and snowboarding industry and the advent of all of these skate parks that now we see in almost every single park. It's almost like a park has to have a skate park anymore these days, and a lot of them are very underused, desolate. I mean, at least compared to what we were used to growing up skateboarding too, where you had to throw elbows for a line at a skate park, and you better stick the trick too, because you needed to get the heck out of there. Anyways, I see a lot of parallels to it really too, where we were all getting ticketed. We were all in trouble with the police in our local areas, and we were definitely singled out and looked upon as not somebody who was bettering the community, but somebody who was literally tearing it apart piece by piece. And that's exactly what I think that us coming into the mainstream with the automotive stuff has really reduplicated this again. And it's a really exciting, fun hobby. I've had to drain my bank accounts just to kind of keep this stuff going, but it's fun. I think anybody who got into it too would just love it, and I think that's why a lot of us are even doing this stuff on YouTube. Really, is to show people how accessible this stuff is, and if you buy a few tools and kind of keep your nose to the grindstone too, you can accomplish a lot of really kind of cool things with this stuff. But I digress, honestly, too. I kind of want to try and cast this stuff in a positive light too, because the reality of it is I don't think that this is going away. I don't think combustion engines are going away. I don't think that your weekend guy going out and racing on the weekend is going away either too. But I do think moving forward too, we really do need to be smart about how we approach these problems and really think about how we fit in the larger community. And these things helped out a lot when we were trying to have all those skate parks built. We went to our community leaders and we showed them who we were, that we weren't bad people by any means. If anything, we were trying to get bad things eliminated in our neighborhood, but we were so known for our participation in any one activity that we had a hard time separating ourselves from some of these people who are always just going to do the wrong thing. They're always going to make a bad choice. They're always going to do the wrong thing. And we don't need that. You know what I mean? We never needed those people in our industry, and the manufacturers always knew this at the heart of everything. A lot of times, whenever I tried to get one of these speed shops brought into the fold of the manufacturers, the manufacturers would no longer look at me the same way at my professional career. They would then see me as somebody who was trying to take advantage of the product that they're putting forth and use it for an unintended use. And they were right to be skeptical too, because we hadn't done the work that we needed to in the community to set ourselves aside from these people who have kind of called down the thunder on us. But we can still do this, honestly. I think that the RPM Act is a great way of doing this, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When we got caught in this situation with the skateboarding, we literally went to our local community leaders and just got heard on every level that we possibly could have, and it works. It really does. This is a certain point in time right now too, where I think that there's a lot of focus on what fight are you in your community and whatnot like that too, and I don't see this as a huge fight, honestly. I think that it's something that's going to be around for the rest of our lives and something that we're gonna deal with. But I don't think that this is going to be the nail in the coffin of this industry. I think that this industry has grown so much over the years that it's going to move and morph along with the laws, really, or the interpretation of the laws. And like I said too, I think that that's actually a good thing, because some of the companies that I know of that have been around have not delivered, have almost taken advantage of people's passions for these things. So I don't know if there's a whole lot of room in this industry of passion for those type of people. So I think moving forward, really, my suggestion would be, sure, sign the RPM Act. I don't know where it's going. I really have a hard time thinking about things in that type of manner, that I'm just gonna send something away and hope that some senator reads it too, that is so disconnected from what's going on in his own community that I wouldn't even know if he would even care if he did actually get it, or if it would be enough of a thorn in his side to really ever say anything about anything. But I do know that when we went and talked to our local leaders, our mayors, our sheriffs, anybody who would listen to us, we got more progress done like that. I mean, hell, like I said, you see a skate park in almost every single park these days, really. And I think that that's the way to get stuff done. I got some really new, good, exciting stuff coming for us in the upcoming weeks, really. We're gonna get finished off on the green one here too, get everything mounted up on the primer chassis here, maybe even pick a color for it, and at least a color for the engine bay and the interior of the vehicle, and really get working on some stuff. I wanted to kind of take our time and really go over everything in really precise detail too, but I think that we're gonna have to hit the accelerator button on this stuff, really. Like I said, I got a lot of cool stuff coming, a lot of stuff that will blow your guys' mind, and a lot of ideas for it too that will blow your mind. These 3S GTEs, I think they're so underutilized, and we're gonna have some fun with it. I hope you guys all have a great week. Don't let this stuff get you down too. I think that a lot of people are letting this kind of dictate what they're doing right now, whereas the the reason that I'm moving forward with this too is just because I think that this is going to be a pretty nominal problem, but there is going to be a dry spell or a shortage of certain car parts, and we just don't want to be caught up in that too, so we have to produce nothingness content. Anyways, I hope, like I said, I hope you guys all have a great week. We'll see you next time here. Dan Sam from Lytheracing. It's gonna be good, you know? I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll be posting more videos every single week too. We just, I think we're gonna do this every single year too. We go down for just 2 weeks around my anniversary too, so I can get a little vacation time in and make sure that the wife isn't gonna kill me. We'll see you next time. Bye.